Hey guys, so today we're making sashimi. I've moved into my new place in Silver Lake. I'm here for another 10 days. Kinda just, doing what I can. I don't have a blender anymore, so I gotta drive Postmates to buy one. If you want to give any donations, please let me know. So today we're making sashimi. So this is sashimi, and what I do is I go to my local fish market, or I go to the fish wholesale suppliers, and there's always a bunch of wholesale suppliers for fish in every big city. And I use True World Foods LA, so they provide tuna to a lot of the different sushi markets. And the issue with there's always problems with the different wholesalers because they're always trying to rip you off, and they're usually pretty big corporations, and the people that work here are always they're not always the most honest people, but at the same time, they have pretty good deals on fish, and the fish tastes great. So why I like sashimi is it always makes me feel good, and I'm gonna get some water though because I just like to eat it. It doesn't really taste like anything. That's also why I like it. Right. So you just heard the noise of the IKEA pancake that I'm currently defrosting. Check it out. You need a lot of water when eating sashimi because it just allows things to like smooth nicely into your throat. Here. Is that what the sound of pancake makes? No. I wonder what it sounds like in the factory where these pancakes are made in Sweden. I'm assuming there's like a lot of different sounds. Okay, so it's half frozen still. I'm gonna put it back in the toaster oven. Happens. All right. So what else is going on in my life? Trying to bulk up. Did the crucible for 6 weeks of the work today, and this is part of my diet. I find it's best to eat all this sashimi quickly. Hey, what's going on, Jane? So I find it's really good to eat the sashimi really fast with water and don't think about how much you have to eat because it'll just be kind of disgusting to think like I'm eating this much raw fish. So take a bite of that. What else is going on? Oh, I finished the Joe Biden book and I started Donald Rumsfeld. I needed like a pretty good way to balance out what I was reading political memoirs. So the Donald Rumsfeld book is actually, the first half is pretty good, and then it gets in the Bush administration, and it just gets kind of annoying. So I'm happy to have anybody contribute. So what I like about the Joe Biden book, I'm on book 2, is like he actually talks about up until like politicians just like don't have any money, but like it's good that they have a lot of power and they got a lot of stuff. But I mean, president's a great opportunity, but Joe Biden's 78. By the time we'll be able to cash out, it'll be what, like plus 8 is 16, so he'll be 86. He'll be dead. Like you can't even have a sexy girlfriend with nice tits at 86. Like or maybe, who knows? All right, so we got a lot more sashimi that I need to scarf down. And okay, so people want to hear more about Donald Rumsfeld's life. So Donald Rumsfeld started out as a congressman in Iowa. Before that, he was a wrestler. And I know you're thinking people who are in wrestling, football, soccer, baseball. It's just like too cliche. And like then he went to Princeton. So like I don't really know how good he was because like there really wasn't that much competition in 1950. And I don't even know what the average GPA was for Princeton in 1950, but I'm assuming it's not what it is now. Anyway, so Donald Rumsfeld, he goes to Princeton. He grew up in Illinois. His dad was a real estate agent, go figure. And that's where he may have gotten his political start because there's real estate agents, they always have their face all over everything. Anyway, so Donald Rumsfeld, he went to Princeton, he majored in political science, and he worked in a congressional campaign. And then after the congressional campaign, he worked for congressman, first term, then the congressional campaign after that, which they lost. So after losing the congressional campaign, and during this time in his last year at Princeton, he married his high school sweetheart, Joy. And she was at Colorado Boulder, which was probably way more fun than Princeton, but back to Princeton. So when Donald Rumsfeld went to the congressional campaign, he kind of learned he lost it. So he had like a little bit of the winner-loser story in there, which is in most athletic novels or political novels. There's always some kind of winner-loser thing, except in the Joe Biden book, because like he literally just got really, really lucky. So Donald Rumsfeld is going to... So Donald Rumsfeld, he wins the election, and he ends up becoming a congressman for, I think, three to six terms, so 6 to 12 years, I don't know. And before that, he was an investment banker, but then there was the congressman in his district did not run, so he took the job position, and he was number 7 originally for the Republican nomination. But then Donald Rumsfeld ended up getting it. So after Donald Rumsfeld gets the nomination, he ends up winning. He also is really sponsored by this guy, Searle. And Searle will come back. Will be Donald Rumsfeld's first employer when he leaves politics in the late 70s. So Donald Rumsfeld then goes to... What's interesting, though, is he, in the first half of the book, he comes off as very, very moderate. And then by the second half of the Donald Rumsfeld book, he comes off as very conservative. But some of the things he's saying like kind of makes sense. Like it made sense how he had our Iraq invasion, because he thought it was going to be like Latin America, where like you just kind of toppled the dictator and then like things changed, but things also didn't completely change in Latin America. Like, look, the place is still really corrupt. But I do think that Donald Rumsfeld has really good intentions. Anyways, Donald Rumsfeld is in Congress, and he's a congressman from the Winnetka area of Illinois. So for those of you familiar with sports, Winnetka is where Northwestern is based out of. Or next to Northwestern, which is in Evanston. This is a part of Chicago that's going along Lake Michigan. Okay, so what are somebody asking me? Lamo, if you're lemon, low cal, and adds flavor, I love poke. I do learn sriracha and soy sauce. If anything, they destabilize the Middle East. Did Donald Rumsfeld destabilize the Middle East? I'm not there yet. I think he did, but like the Middle East was always really messed up. Like literally, if your president is in power for more than 10 years and got there because of like some military thing, it's because like it's a corrupt country and like he's an asshole, whoever that politician is. Like there's really no argument. Or if you're like killing anybody based on religion, because like, sometimes God's true. Sometimes I just don't believe in God. But maybe I'm Catholic, so sometimes there is Jesus, sometimes there's not. Um, anyway, so Donald Rumsfeld has gone into Congress, and he is going to. My roommates think I'm talking to myself. So he goes to Congress when he's very young, and he talks about being bullied as this young member of Congress. I don't know. He left this investment banking job making money for like Congress. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like part of the reason I don't think Joe Biden ran in 2016 was because he needed to make money. Like he was poor. And so anyways, Donald Rumsfeld is in Congress, and he's obviously a smart guy. He went to Princeton, and he won the congressional district. Okay. So this is like a diet food we're eating right now, the sashimi. And the thing is, if you eat sashimi and just raw food and like literally stick with your raw diet, you will be super ripped and gain tons of muscle mass if you work out and lift weights a lot with this diet. Now, typically after I lift weights, like the first thing I want is like cookies and chocolate chips and candy, which is exactly what you shouldn't be eating. You should be eating this, which is the raw sashimi. Anyway, so what's going on? So Donald Rumsfeld, in his book, was actually very well written. I think he's a better writer than Joe Biden. Like I really do. And Donald Rumsfeld goes to Congress, and then Nixon gets elected, and Nixon has Donald Rumsfeld, or Nixon runs a couple times for president. Every time I think Nixon runs, Donald Rumsfeld is in Congress. And finally, Nixon wins. And Nixon, and also Donald Rumsfeld before that was under LBJ, when LBJ was a president after Kennedy died. So LBJ was not a bad president. He was just kind of a better senator, is what I got the impression from Rumsfeld. Also, the other interesting thing about Rumsfeld is in 2000, he originally did not support George Bush. He supported this Democratic candidate, governor from New Jersey, who Rumsfeld originally gave money to win the election, but the guy just like didn't have the sex appeal he needed. So he didn't make it. Okay, so all right, so now I'm having my dessert, and that is this yummy sorbet I got at Costco. So good. I don't know what's in it, but it tastes like perfect tang with like a light bit of milk. So when there's like light milk with sorbet, it just has like this wonderful texture and taste. And there's the perfect amount of salt and sugar in this ice cream to really make the flavors come out. That's so good. And what I like is it comes in like this half orange, which differentiates it from Haagen-Dazs. so now let me get the third part of my meal. So the third part of my meal is this wonderful IKEA pancake. So good. Yummy. Okay. I suggest making these on your own. I just haven't done it yet. These were also like really expensive. I think this pancake pack was like $20. On my own, I could make the same thing in 10% of the time it takes me to drive to IKEA and pick this up. I could make 100 times more pancakes. Well, next time, guys. Later. Actually, gotta clean up, guys. So the ice cream I got was at the Costco in Burbank, and each Costco has like its own flavor, and it's peppered with the different items based on the surrounding community. So in Los Angeles County, or the Costco's I go to in East Los Angeles County, are Burbank, Los Feliz, Alhambra, Irwindale, Monterey Park. So we have 5 in East Los Angeles County, and each one has their own things. Now, I usually go to Alhambra because it's close to my house, but the issue is the Alhambra one is really targeting the Asian American community, which doesn't really have everything I like. So, like, I would never find certain ice creams I buy at Costco at Burbank at the same Costco as Alhambra. But Alhambra's products are like, they have like a lot of abalone. They have abalone there, which I haven't seen anyplace else. All right, I gotta clean up and make my lunch. the worst yogurt. Has like no taste. Never buy fake products. Okay, so this is called Passion Island Way Passion Mango Sorbet. So this works. It's really tasty. And then for the raw diet, I usually have like these raw greens. So I eat these for breakfast. Okay, guys, so back to the Donald Rumsfeld book. What can I tell you about it? So Donald Rumsfeld has gone to Congress and he gets hired as Nixon's chief of staff. So this passion mango sorbet that I bought at Costco, it was one of the more expensive items there, but the thing is I had these popsicles that were like okay, that were made by Nestle, that were cheap. And I figured like I'm just gonna spend an extra $3 and just get this, and it's worth it. It's worth the extra $3. Yeah. So what I like about this sorbet is it has this wonderful mango texture to it. I wonder if I could make this. I probably could. Let's see. Water, mango juice, sugar, cream, orange juice, liquid sugar, passion fruit concentrate. I don't even know what that is. Glucose powder, stabilizers, bean gum, guru Gua Gun original, locust flavor, lime juice, natural concentrate, contains milk. Okay, so what they've done is they found cheaper things than like lime juice. Like a lot of these different chemicals are subsidized by the governments. So, okay, see, by having fish within our discussion, I've literally become bulkier. Like I've gained muscle mass, and it's I can visually see that. I should not put English. I will not buy ice cream again. So I would. I think that we should stick with the sashimi, and you guys need to just find your local fish market or your wholesale sashimi supplier. If you're in Los Angeles, there's True World Foods LA, and they have a home delivery service and True World Foods LA. Or you can drive down there in Vernon. I recommend driving down to the Vernon location because it's a pandemic and there really just aren't that many places open. So stick with the raw food diet because it'll make you look better. There isn't the immediate satisfaction of eating ice cream, but there's the long-term satisfaction of actually looking good. So like you have to think of things in that direction. Ah, so good. So everyone wants me to make ice cream. I will try to make this. I will legitimately try to make mango sorbet. It's so tasty. What's amazing is like these orange cups, I actually think are bigger than like a popsicle, or even like the small little cups that you get for like the individual ice creams. Okay, time to clean up. Wait, so what's the question I get asked? So everyone wants to watch Mango workouts. All right, I will have Mango workout tomorrow and broadcast it live from Silver Lake. Goodbye.